At Arizona State University, we've made online education better, smarter, and more personalized so you can go further in your aspiring field.
I decided to pursue medicine once I realized that ASU did have the online program for biological sciences. You're still required to learn the same curriculum. You're still being tested on the same content that anyone would be tested on in person. The comprehensiveness of the program prepared me so well for medical school.
Explore over 300 programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
All right, so we're diving deep today into one of the most storied rivalries in the NFL.
Broncos and Chiefs.
Yeah, you got it, the Broncos and Chiefs.
It's always a good one.
Oh, absolutely. And we've got some great analysis to help us unpack everything going on in this matchup.
Yeah, there's a lot to it.
There is so much history.
Tons of history.
And then you've got the current state of both of these franchises, right?
Yeah.
The Broncos, they've got this proud history, right? This legacy of defensive dominance.
Absolutely.
But they're in a bit of a rebuilding phase.
Kind of trying to recapture that.
Exactly right.
That magic.
That grit that made them, those Super Bowl contenders.
Like the Orange Crush defense and all that stuff.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Chiefs, who are, they're on top of the AFC right now.
Yeah, powerhouse.
Yeah, powerhouse.
Really tough to beat.
With a quarterback who is just,
one of the best.
At the top of his game. So it's going to be a really fascinating matchup, seeing these two teams with very different, kind of trajectories clash.
Yeah, clash of styles for sure.
All right, so let's jump right into it. Let's start with the Broncos this season. As we mentioned, they're rebuilding, but their defense has actually been a bright spot.
Especially against the pass, they've been pretty good.
Yeah, the secondary has been playing really well.
Definitely.
But the offense, it's been a little inconsistent.
Yeah.
And the quarterback play in particular has been kind of up and down.
Right. It's been a little shaky.
So how big of a factor do you think that's going to be against this Chiefs defense, which is known for creating turnovers?
I mean, that is a huge concern for the Broncos, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs, they're opportunistic.
Right.
They're really good at disguising their coverages. They bring pressure from all over the place, and they're always looking to punch the ball out for force a fumble.
So the Broncos quarterback really has to be on point.
Yeah. He can't make any mistakes.
He's got to make quick decisions.
Yeah. Quick decisions and protect the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if he gives the Chiefs extra possessions,
it's going to be a long day.
That's going to be tough to overcome.
Yeah.
All right, so flipping over to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I mean, their offense is it's explosive.
It really is.
They can score from anywhere on the field.
Feels like it.
What makes them so difficult to defend?
I mean, it starts with the quarterback, right? He's just so talented, he can make every throw imaginable.
He really can.
Deep ball, short passes. He's got the arm strength, the accuracy, the mobility, and he rarely turns the ball over.
Yeah, you don't see him making a lot of mistakes.
Not a lot.
And then you add in those receivers.
Oh, man.
They're so fast.
They're physical.
Some of the best in the league.
Yeah, they can create separation. They can win those contested catches.
Yeah, they're tough to cover.
And the play calling is creative. It keeps defenses off balance.
They're always coming up with something new, something unexpected.
So how do the Broncos even begin to slow them down? Well, the analysis we looked at pointed to a few key matchups, and I think those are definitely worth looking at.
All right, let's start with the Broncos secondary versus the Chiefs receivers.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big one right there.
That seems like a crucial point.
As the Broncos secondary has actually held up pretty well against some decent passing attacks this year. But the Chiefs receivers are just a different beast.
Right.
I mean, they're arguably the best receiving core in the entire league.
So what can the Broncos do?
Well, they're going to have to mix up their coverages.
Right.
Try to disguise things, maybe double team that top receiver.
Right.
Try to force the quarterback to look elsewhere. Make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Yeah, try to disrupt the timing.
Exactly.
And then you've got the Broncos front seven going up against the Chiefs running backs.
Yeah.
The analysis mentioned that the Chiefs linebackers have been a little vulnerable against the run at times.
They have.
Could that be an area where the Broncos can try to gain an advantage?
It could be. I mean, the Broncos, they want to run the ball. They want to control the clock. Keep the Chiefs offense off the field.
Right.
That's their best bet.
And if they can get that running game going.
That'll open things up for the passing game, too.
Exactly. And keep their own defense fresh.
Right. Keep them off the field.
So it sounds like for the Broncos, the key is going to be controlling the tempo.
Yeah.
Playing mistake-free football.
Yeah.
and relying on that defense to keep them in the game.
That's the recipe.
A classic underdog strategy.
Yeah, hope for a few Chiefs mistakes.
Capitalize on those mistakes.
Right.
Now, what about special teams and coaching? How big of a factor do you think those are going to be?
Oh, special teams can always be a difference maker.
They can turn the game around.
Oh, absolutely. You get a big return, a blocked punt, a field goal that can swing the momentum in a hurry.
And coaching, of course, these coaches know each other well.
Inside and out.
They're going to be trying to outsmart each other.
Oh, yeah. It's like a chess match.
Yeah, so many layers to this game.
It's going to be fascinating to watch it play out.
All right, before we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
any final thoughts on what this game might tell us about the future of these two franchises?
Well, I mean, for the Broncos, this is a real measuring stick game.
Right.
Win or lose, it'll show them where they are in this rebuilding process.
Can they hang with the best?
Exactly.
And for the Chiefs, they're trying to solidify their place atop the AFC.
Yeah. They want to show they're still the team to beat.
So much to think about as we watch this game unfold.
Definitely.
All right, that's all the time we have for our deep dive into this Broncos-Chiefs matchup.
It's going to be a good one.
I can't wait to watch it. Thanks for joining us.
Pleasure as always.
And we'll catch you next time for another deep dive.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.